How do you rig in Roblox? Do you want to make a front page Roblox game but have absolutely no clue how? Brainrots have absolutely taken over Roblox. They are in nearly every single game. And while the overall design of these games are very simple, the more complicated part is the actual Brainrots themselves. Something that many people want to know is how do you actually make them? Well, I'm going to show you exactly how to do that today. All you're going to need is this plugin right here. It will be linked in the description below, but this is all you need to actually rig your objects. Coming over to a random place file here in Roblox, we're going to actually need a rig. And here you have my amazing pig. Anyway, so now that I have this object, it's just, as you can see, a bunch of parts. And the question is, how do I make this into something that I can go into avatar, animation, and then actually animate? As you can see, this isn't something I can just do. Well, step one is get all of your parts, select them all, and group them. Now you should have a model. You should name this model. Once you've done that, you also need to make sure that every part inside of your animal has a different name. Now this could be absolutely any name at all. It doesn't have to be anything specific, but I recommend, to help you when you're animating later, make these names like actually link to what the item is. Let me just do that real quick. And there you have it. As you can see, I've now named all of the parts. Now, what's really important, as I said, is having the names linked to the actual item. So as you can see, this eye is named right eye. And I've done the exact same for all the other parts. Now, how do you actually rig this? You're going to want to go into plugins and use the plugin that I asked you to download earlier. It's going to look like this. And there's going to be a button called Rig Editor. Now, just for reference, this is what I use. There are a lot of other rig editors out there. Some of them more popular than others. This one isn't a crazy popular one, but in my opinion, it's the one that I find easiest to use. Now, before we actually can just jump in here and animate this pig needs a few more parts inside of it. First of all, we need a humanoid. This basically tells Roblox that this is something that needs to be alive. It's some sort of thing, something that we're going to animate. For example, a rock wouldn't have a humanoid in it because it's just a part of the world. This is something that we are going to animate. It's going to move. It is a living thing, and as you can see, it's actually going to get a name on top of it, like a character does. All you have to do is go to properties here, display distance type, and change it from viewer to none. And as you can see, that name will go away. Now that we've got that, that's perfect, but there's one other thing that we need to add, and that is a humanoid root part. Consider it like the heart of your animal. I'm going to go in here and add a part. Now you want this to be the center of your part. Now I'm going to make it smaller as well, as you can see. And now you also want to have it inside of your animal. Now what I would also suggest is making it invisible, because no one actually really needs to see it. And now that I've put it inside, let me just make sure it's sort of in the middle. You want to rename that part to humanoid root part. This is going to be the heart of your animal / brainrot. Now what you're going to do is go over here, click on your model, the pig model in my case, click on primary part, and then select the humanoid root part. Okay, now we can actually get into the rigging part. Go to plugins, click on Rig Editor. This little pop-up will come up. What I'm going to do is I'm actually going to put it down here, as it's not really that important to have, right in your face. But now that you have it open, you can select, as you can see, there's a box. When I hover over my pig, there's a blue box that highlights it. I can click on it now and then click continue. My animal should go invisible or partially invisible. Now here comes a very important part that will make or break the entire rig of this animal. What you need to do is click on humanoid root part, okay, and then select the next main part of your body. So for me, it's going to be the upper torso, or this part right here. I'm going to click that. We just made the first bone. That is a bone inside of our model, or humanoid I should say. From now on, all you have to do is connect the parts that are closest to each other. So for example, this part is going to be connected to this leg. Let me just do that. Click on the first part and then click on the part that you want it to be connected to. What you shouldn't do is click on the leg and then go to the body. It needs to go outwards. So from the body, the leg. Now, we haven't even got this lower torso or the back of the pig connected yet either. So we have to click the upper torso and then click the back of the pig as well. Now these two are connected amazingly. What you should also avoid from doing, in fact, what you shouldn't do at all, is connecting the humanoid root part to more than one object. You shouldn't connect the humanoid root part to the back, or in this case, the lower torso and the upper torso, and even maybe more objects. It should be connected to one, and then everything else should be connected to that one. In this case, the upper torso. Now I can finish the rigging here for the back leg, so click on the lower torso to the leg, lower torso to the other leg. Now we've got to do the head. So what we're gonna do is the upper torso to the head. Now what wouldn't be smart is connecting the lower torso to like the eye, or the lower torso to the mouth. Because the eye and the mouth are connected to the head and not the torso, we want to connect those items to the head. Click on the head and then click on the eye, and then do this for both eyes and the mouth. Your object, your humanoid might have ears, your humanoid might have a tail. If your humanoid has a tail, it should be connected to the lower torso. But that should be it. If you do make a mistake while rigging, what you can do is click delete joint and then click on the joint or the bone that you want to delete. So now let me just delete all these. Now I've just deleted the bone or connection to the eyes and the mouth. And to create them again, I should just click on the head and then click on the eyes and keep doing that. Now I can close my rig editor. If I look back at my model, every part inside of my model should have a joint in it. Every part should only have one joint. They shouldn't have two, and they shouldn't have none. Only the humanoid root part should have no joint. The humanoid root part should have nothing inside of it, but everything else should. Now, if you've done that correctly, everything should be correct. So I was to go to avatar and then animation and click onto the pig. As you can see, it works just fine. And if I was to click on the head, for example, and turn it, the eyes and the mouth turn with the head. And as you can see, I've just created a very, very short looking animation. I'll get more depth into the actual animating side of things in another video, but that is how you rig an object. Here is a rig that I made for another project. I also go back into my rig editor and click that rig and then click continue. As you can see, there is a lot of little blue bone things in this rig. This is actually quite a complicated rig, and it could get even more complicated than this. My point is, your rigs or animals or Brainrots, whatever you're making, can be as big or as small as you like. Anyway, thank you very much for watching this video, guys. If you did enjoy, please do think about subscribing. You don't have to, but it would be absolutely amazing if you love Roblox development. That is what I'm hoping to publish a lot more. And if you have any feedback at all, or any comments, or anything that you want to know how to do, please let me know in the comments down below. But until next time, bye guys.